Peace, Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. Batman v Superman, the dawn of justice, finally here. Looks good, real good. Can I get a hello there? I grew up watching and reading comics, so I was blown away when I saw this new trailer. But I'm going to share with you how this whole theme of superheroes and villains can be linked into helping us become our greatest versions. Because it's not just in the movies. Superheroes and villains are being played out in our daily lives, in the world stage, so we can all learn so much. I wrote a long time ago, we are attracted to superheroes because deep down, we know we have their power. Become your greatest hero. Not version. What's the first step? The Dark Knight. What I call the negative trauma imprint program. A young Bruce Wayne walking through the streets with his parents, billionaires, and they are murdered right in front of him. That would leave anybody traumatized. And that's what it did. He retreated. Clark Kent, Superman, sent from the planet Krypton to planet Earth. That would leave anybody traumatized. He was dealing with abandonment issues. How many of us right now are dealing with past abandonment issues? So once again, we see this play out in our own very lives. That is why we are so drawn to the whole theme of superheroes and villains. Let's look at a villain. The Joker falls into a tank of chemicals which bleaches his whole skin and makes him insane. I don't blame him. That would make me insane. That would make you insane. The Dark Knight, in essence, is really where we find ourselves, not in the light, because in the womb of creation is where life is formed. That is the greatest secret and gift. Once you embrace the darkness, you realize, in essence, there is nothing to be afraid of. What is the second step? Initiation. This is where Bruce Wayne first sets eyes on the Batman suit. This is where Clark Kent first realizes his power to transform into Superman. This is where you along your journey are now coming out of the cocoon, the metamorphosis, and becoming your greatest version. Because the costume is symbolic of the double life we are all living. During the day, Bruce Wayne. At night, Batman. Clark Kent, Superman. Peter Parker, Spider-Man. The Joker, well, the Joker. But how many of us are living a double life? I was along my journey. I remember years ago, I would go into work, but as soon as I would come home, I would be researching about really interesting stuff that nobody had a clue about. What is initiation about? It is about now elevating yourself past doubt, fear, disbelief. You are now stepping into your true power. What is the third step every superhero and villain must go through? It is finding an adversary. You see, there is no superhero without a villain. There is no villain without a superhero. Just like within the human body, there is no vein without an artery. There is no car without a road because you need that friction. How can you have a good person without an evil one? So that evil one is needed. We are talking about duality right now. Every superhero needs a villain. But the greater question should be, who is your enemy right now? Who is your enemy? Because whoever is your enemy holds your greatest power. What I realized along my journey in becoming my greatest version is that you have to own the villain within yourself. The greatest enemy and friend lies within yourself. So we are all fighting a war nobody could see from a mile away, and we are our own greatest adversary. That is the real secret all of these superhero movies are trying to tell you, that in essence, the enemy lies within. What is the fourth step? The moment of truth. This is where every superhero faces the villain. That climax of the movie, you're like, oh, finally. What happens? We are now seeing a big revelation reveal itself. The moment of truth is where two people who have gone through very similar experiences face each other, and now they become aware of it. That is why they attracted each other in the first place. It's like you are seeing yourself, your polar opposite, across the room from you. And what is the last step? It is where you merge the superhero and the villain together. So that's what happens in every movie. That's what happens in our life. That's what happens on the world stage. Because when you meet your villain, let's just say someone who you feel has been talking behind your back, someone at work, the next door neighbor, the cat down the road, you now realize that, are they my enemy, or is it just an unresolved issue I have not dealt with? You now see a great mirroring taking place within yourself. Have you ever noticed in many of these movies, it's almost as if the superhero's strength and the villain's strength are about the same? Because the occult secret, which means occult means hidden, is that the superhero and the villain are in essence born from the same fabric. They are one in the same. That is why, once again, they attract each other. So there you have it. It's fascinating because a lot of these movies, once again, they have this savior program. We are humanity waiting for someone to save us. We are the ones we are waiting for. Have a wonderful day. We are here, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace.